So we're back in Google Analytics, and following setup of the account, we just need to check that all settings are correct. Let's do this in the admin area, the left hand side of Google Analytics, down at the bottom. In the admin area, we have those three things we set up originally. We have the account, which is the highest area of Google Analytics. We have the property, which is related to what websites we're tracking and what we want to link in there. We get our tracking ID there, and then our views, which are the segmentation of the data of that website. So let's look at some account settings here. We go into our view settings and we're able to set the name of the view, name it something sensible, always useful. Our website URL, which we put in already, the country, a default home page. So this is if your URL in this case would be shop.googlemerchandisestore.com, but the home page is actually shop.googlemerchandisecenter.com/home. We put in home here. And if there's any search parameters, you can ask your web developer about this. You can put that in there. So we may also want to do things like change our session timeout length. This is the length of time a person has to be idle for a new session to begin, and we do this in the admin area. Into the admin area, into our property section, tracking info, and we can change the session settings here by changing the minimum timeout or the maximum timeout as we see fit. At this point it's on default, which is 30 minutes. But let's talk a little bit about views for the moment. So I'm back in the admin area. We've got the account area, we've got the property area, we've got the view area. Let's look at some view settings. So the most important thing is we need to name our views something sensible, something we know. So if we wanted to exclude PPC traffic, we might call it excluding PPC. So we'll do that. We can copy this view and we'll call it excluding PPC traffic, and then we copy the view. So now we need to exclude PPC traffic. We do this by creating a filter, and there's lots of types of filters you can create. You can exclude IP addresses, you can exclude traffic from certain referrals, you can exclude traffic from different sources. There's a whole load of stuff you can do, but we're going to exclude PPC traffic. So we add a filter, we're going to name it excluding PPC. Now there's predefined and custom filters here, so we can include or we can exclude a certain type of traffic, and we can exclude traffic from an IP address, a domain name, a subdirectory on your site, or the host name on your site, and then you can choose whether it will be one of these options here. And in our case we're going to choose a custom one, and our filter field is going to be medium. So campaign medium is CPC excluded, and then we can save this. And now when we go back here, we can understand that this view excluded PPC traffic versus all website data, which counts everything. This view has the filter which excludes PPC, whereas all website data doesn't have any filters whatsoever. So this is how we know that we're filtering traffic out. This is how we segment our data. You can have views for your blog, you can have views for certain parts of your site for your e-commerce engine. So you can just focus in on the activity in a very specific part of your website or from a very specific source. And that is the real benefit of adding filters to your views. Of course, adding multiple filters means that the top filter will be the first filter that filters the traffic, and then the second filter will filter what the top filter had filtered, and then the third filter will filter what the second and the first one had done. So it daisy chains all the way down depending on the number of filters that you have put on.